Hello and welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming. My name is Brenden. Today I'm joined by...
Oh, it's Scott.
Yeah, it's Scott, who's probably echoing right now because I'm plugged in my headset, but it's fine. But yes, welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, where the stupidity is not a bug, it is in fact a feature. Today we are working on, or I am working on, my orks. Orks. But yeah. Scott, what are you working on today?
I am working on my Sultanate. First, I need to do a little green stuff, and then after that, I'm just going back to painting. I've figured out my list for our stream next weekend, so just a matter of getting that together.
All right. Sounds nice. Sounds like both of us are trying to get stuff painted before streams.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. I can tell you all right now, I am not going to have a fully painted orc army before the stream. Mostly because I don't own 2,000 points of orcs. So, yeah. That does present a slight hazard.
Absolutely heinous. How could you?
Watch me. But yes.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the stream, everyone.
Also, updating some OBS stuff to get ready for 11th edition.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Fun
boy.
stuff?
Oh, just like the basic things, like, there's enough changes where, now we have new missions and the layout's a little different and, stuff like that.
Real quick, I will be right back. I need to grab a paper towel.
Unprepared, chat. Can't believe you'd do this to us. Our own dojo.
Alright, I have returned.
Oh god.
Because I forgot with dry brushes, it's very important to have a paper towel so you can get some of it off.
Half the ingredients for dry brushing.
Pretty much. Maybe I should go a bit heavier, actually.
I throw in the towel. The paper towel!
Are you proud of yourself, Scott?
I'm just copying Perky.
I have noticed before all the hobby streams, Perky has begun to send me, very specifically send puns to me before the stream starts.
Well, I gotta level set your expectations.
I don't think that's technically what that is.
I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Scott, I'm worrying about it.
Details. No, I told you specifically not to. Why? Chad, he's really bad at listening to me. I don't get it. My instructions are so plain, easy to follow.
Oh, that's awkward.
It still struggles.
Part of my mini just popped off. Well, I'll set that over there for now. Ricky says it's their love language. I feel sorry for anyone they've ever dated.
Wow, that was a little aggressive. Not a lot called for, but okay.
I don't know about uncalled for.
A little uncalled for.
Oh, Ricky actually posted some orcs. Yeah. Some orc stuff in the Discord even.
Orks?
Yeah.
Cool orks.
Orks. Honestly, I feel like there is an orc player in every 40k player.
It's a matter of finding them. To learn of their heinous ways.
Yeah. They'll learn of our peaceful ways by force. But also, speaking of updating stuff on OBS, we have some new features in chat. If you guys would like to check them out.
How would they check that out?
Well, it's really easy, Scott. I'm glad you asked. All they have to do is put !lore, and they will get a free little tidbit of 40k lore.
Do they
Or
have any way of knowing that outside of you telling them?
no.
I think I might have found a flaw with the current schema.
Or I mean, we can probably set a timer for Stream Elements to randomly say it, but that's neither here nor there. But they can do that. They can put !lore and get free lore. They can put !Discord to get access to our Discord. What else? They can do for our big on Sundays. They can put !list and pull up the list for the week.
If you put !SSN, I hear you get Brendan's social security number.
Sure. If you put, we does include a Magic 8 Ball, so you guys can ask. What's the word I'm looking for? You can ask a Magic 8 Ball a question by putting !8 Ball, and it will answer you the same way a normal Magic 8 Ball does.
Well, first we have a question for us, Brendan.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Ner, I apologize. Doesn't do 40k, but they do a lot of modern board games, so they have a question. Fire away with your question.
Yeah, have at it. Scott is really more the board game guy, so he'll definitely be able to answer it better than I will.
I do like a board game.
You have an extensive collection of board games.
It's a pretty decent collection. Pretty decent, if you will, as the kids say.
Do they?
I don't know.
I'm gonna need.
As I get older, I get more and more detached from the youths of today.
From the Utes.
Utes. Also, let's see. Well, Cody, you send us your question. Hi, Wanting. Hi, Tim. Hi, Perky. Hi, Tristan. Thank you all for joining us today.
A little bit of everybody today.
We have 10 people watching, so hi, everybody. Really.
Yeah. People like the orcs. It doesn't surprise me.
People do like orcs. They're really here for me working on my Iron Sultan in the background.
Yeah, work on your Iron Sultan that they can't see.
They'll see it soon enough.
Okay.
I have to sculpt a hand. Or sculpt an arm, but...
Okay. Well, on that bombshell, Cody Ner asks, so painting, do you follow the artwork on the box, rulebook, or do you just go buck wild? Really, it's kind of up to you. You can kind of do whatever. So these guys are pretty much not one of the named orc clans, I believe is the term they use. I'm gonna do they are called the Rust Buckets, and they're my homemade one. So I'm kind of doing my own scheme based on one that Mediocre Hobbies actually posted today. So it's gonna be very rusty. Probably won't see a whole bunch of it on stream, but so that's what I'm going to do. Not any of the artwork or anything like that. But for my Black Templars, I tend to follow the artwork a little bit, just get an idea of what I'm doing. But even then, I modify it a little bit. So yeah, it's kind of really what you want to do. If you want to follow the quote-unquote poster faction or poster sub-faction for the faction, you can. And if you don't have to.
Yeah. I kind of do a little column A, a little column B for myself. I kind of go buck wild. So I have my own, for my Tau, I have my own sept with their own lore and everything that I've, had since frickin' high school. Actually, no, middle school, I guess. But, so I paint them that normally. But if it's unnamed character, someone that is established in lore, I like to follow the box art for that. Also, it just gives me a nice little palette cleanser especially because my tower camouflage, so it does get a little difficult at times. So it's nice having something to just like, all right, I'm just gonna reset, do something new and exciting, just so I don't like go insane.
You mean your Christmas towel?
Well, accidentally, yes.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Yes, but actually no.
All right. Let's see. This maybe sale later, but I like to have Big Trouble in Little China, $300. Shadows of Camelot, $200. Kick-Ass, not much. Minis. I'm unfamiliar with Shadows over Camelot. I have heard Big Trouble in Little China is a lot of fun, though. I've not played that myself, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I think that's a cool mini or not game, if I remember correctly. I've been wrong before, though, so.
Shadows over Camelot. Wasn't there a TV show kind of like that?
Hold on, we're gonna do a little.
I bet. Okay, I'm just dating ourselves a minute here, but I'm pretty sure I remember a like animated movie from the 90s. It was like something Camelot. I remember Camelot being very important to the plot.
Oh, okay, I'm seeing. Shadows over Camelot's a classic. I haven't played it myself, but yeah, Kingdom Death Monster. If you can get the Kingdom Death Monster minis are so obnoxiously gorgeous and disgusting and wonderful all at the same time. And those if you could paint them well, they look. I mean, actually, honestly, the sculpt is good enough that even if you don't paint them well, they still look pretty. Little chef's kiss.
Side note: shout out to everyone that subscribed. Keebler Powell, in particular, your name popped up through our bot, so thank you for subscribing. We're actually one short of our 500 goal. We might hit that tonight.
Oh.
I figured we'd either hit it tonight or on Sunday.
Soon, Perky can annoy Brenden.
Soon he'll have to pay.
Apparently the movie was Quest for Camelot.
Quest for Camelot. Okay. I was like, I remember that was like the daycare I went to. Like, the after school daycare I went to, played it a lot.
You went to Camelot? Oh.
No. Only in my mind, Scott.
Camelot, though. Oh,
Only in my mind.
Well, you know.
Actually, based on all the Arthurian stuff that I have read recently, I would say I would not want to go to Camelot. It doesn't sound like a great place. I mean, 'tis a silly place after all, but...
'Tis a silly place. Okay, so... so maybe sale later. Maybe I'm misunderstanding this. Yeah, wow, words are hard. Misunderstanding the question, Cody. But if you just wouldn't mind clarifying.
And there's the dogs. Tristan, I feel like we've had this conversation before, but yeah, probably more or less.
That and, you guys have seen movies apparently.
You know who hasn't seen movies? Scott.
Hi.
You know who went to see Project Hail Mary like 3 or 4 times and didn't ask me once if I wanted to go?
Scott.
Also Scott.
Well, one of them, I took myself out for a little impromptu me evening.
I'll let you have that one. That one's fair. I'll let you have that one.
Second time I saw the matinee for it, and you were working.
And I want to say there was a third time, but I can't back that up.
There was a third time. There was a third time, but that was a date, so you weren't really invited to that one.
Scott.
Oh, I know it was hard being part of Weenie Hut Jr., but
Yep, no worries at all, Cody. Accidents happened. That's what we'd like to say here.
So that is the nice. I will say that is the nice thing about paint is that it's a pretty forgiving medium. Like if you don't like how you paint something, as long as you like thin your paints and everything, which is the biggest recommendation, you can always just paint over it or strip the paints. But you know, it doesn't hurt to get like a little practice something. You know, there's a lot of great D&D minis to get something cheap to practice. That's actually how I got when I was still living in Alabama. That's how I got a lot of my friends into painting. Is we'd just go buy a bunch of those little D&D minis, and we would just, you know, have a little painting session together. I'd break out my paints and everything. I believe.
And really, if you think about it, that's why this particular stream exists.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just Games Workshop. At the very least, Games Workshop, people who make Warhammer, do make little like beginner painting kits that comes with a couple paints, it comes with a couple paints, comes with some minis, comes with brushes. It's just like a little one-stop box. Like, okay, I want to get into painting. Here's a good place to start.
I will say, I don't know if they still do it, but how I got into painting was, or got back into it, I should technically say. But how I got back into it was the, like, D&D, WizKids, and I want to say Army Painter. Partnered together and put out a little, like, starter kit for learning to paint D&D minis. I want to say it walked you through it, too. And it was a pretty good resource to kind of get started. We can get a feel for it before I moved on to 40K eventually. I will say, because Cody did say they wanted to paint, they have a U-boat game they would like to paint. It is, in some ways, historical stuff can be a bit easier than stuff like 40K. Because, like, I would imagine, like, for ships, you could probably do a pretty straightforward dry brush of a few different colors and get a pretty good effect. And that's dry brushing, as we can kind of see here, is relatively quick. And not a bad... And you can get a lot of very high quality effects for relatively little effort. So, actually, a U-boat game might be a decent place to start. You just gotta be... You do have to be kind of okay with, like, learning. Are ya? This.
Yeah, I will say for the 40K one is the Warhammer one is pretty good quality. Like say what you will about their products, no matter what, they have like good baseline, very consistent products and everything. And you can get them just about everywhere, which is nice.
Also, side note, hello Frankie, it's the fish. The fish is here.
Stand by looking up U-boot.
I know there was a World War II.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
What?
You're like, it's not submarines.
Oh.
There is a single submarine.
Okay.
And it looks like you control the crew on it.
Oh, so it's kind of like FTL or one of those other crew management games. Just like a board game equivalent.
That's really neat. Hold on. And you can get, so the default U-boat for it is cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
Like stackable cardboard, but there is also a resin or plastic one that you can get. That's really neat. I've never heard of this.
You remember like 10 minutes ago when I said Scott was like the tabletop guy? Yeah.
That's so fun. Okay. Okay. For that one, I would say probably base coat it. Because I'm assuming if you wait, I would say base coat it. Okay, you have the 3D printable one. That one's probably pretty easy to do, like basic. That's one of those things where it's like this nice centerpiece thing that you can just keep kind of improving over time. So I would say with that, just like get a rattle can and spray paint the thing on the day that's not 700% humidity. After that, you can start applying like washes and whatnot. Start like grinding it up.
I say so always make sure there's some you can get away with not using a primer, but use a primer wherever you can. It's usually a good idea.
Yeah.
So I don't like the WizKid stuff. I think comes pre-primed, but that's it. So I imagine there's some others that do too, but I love Death Dreads. I am hoping to feature these on Sunday, and there's a decent chance I end up destroying more of them than Bird does.
That's the real goal. Are you gonna like keep count?
Possibly. I don't know how yet, but possibly. I guess I got a couple like Magic the Gathering roll downs I could use in the opposite direction.
Or we can use a little side like board thing and just stack up every model that you kill.
Put the ones Bird gets on one side and the ones I get on another side.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking.
For anyone that's not aware, for the so I'm going to be running Dread Mob, which is the Death Dread attachment, and like Killacan. One thing you can do is you can I forget exactly what the benefit is. I think it gives you like sustained or something, but you can quote unquote push it, which means like the orc is like getting everything he possibly can out of it. But when you do that, you get a +1 to your hazard rolls. And your hazard rolls, when you roll it, depending on the model, they either do wounds or like kill the model. These are all vehicles, they'll mostly do wounds. But in current edition, for the last few days, in 10th, it just goes from a 1 to a 2, so it's not that bad. But in 11th edition, which comes out on Saturday, it goes from the base is a 1 to 2, so it goes from on a roll of 1 to a 3. So 50% of the time, you're going to do wounds to the Killacan. And I believe you can yeah. I think someone did the math, and mathematically, every time you push it with Killicans, you kill at least one Killacan. Did we get 500? Is it official? Did we hit it?
I don't know.
Ben says so.
So, Cody Nair, I will say, nope, spray paint should not eat the sculpt unless you are somehow printing in like styrofoam or something. The plastic, ABS, PLA, resin are all really resilient to that. So yeah, you can spray paint it without any issues.
Just to be safe, just make sure you get a hobby primer specifically, either from like Warhammer. Say they rebranded those, either from Warhammer or from like Army Painter has some. Those will work on plastic and resin perfectly. Also, it is official. We have hit 500 subscribers, Scott. We did it. We don't have anything to celebrate that. I didn't think we'd hit it, much less as soon. I thought we had until Sunday.
Well.
Oh, well.
It's a little fanfare. Thanks, everybody. But yeah, thank you, everybody, for being part of this. That's really great.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I'm definitely glad I hit it while we were live, at least.
But yes, so should only eat styrofoam, I will say. Just so, I want to make sure we're not ignoring your question.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, would only eat styrofoam. Any kind of like hobby spray paint should work.
Yeah.
Testers make 17,000 versions of it. Vallejo makes 17,000 versions. Like
world is kind of your oyster right now. I had to say that just because you do have to be careful. If you go to, like, you can't just go to the hardware store and grab some. I think there's some that are usable, but you just got to be a little careful with that.
Even then, I would think just like don't hit it with with like a Rust-Oleum texture.
No, I need that. What's the stuff they put in a truck bed that gives it that grip? I needs it. That would actually be really funny on orks. On like a battle wagon or something. It's just all textured. That would actually be deeply hilarious. I'm riding a little high right now. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
hit
Rhino
it with
Liner.
the Rhino Liner. Don't, for legal reasons, this is a joke. Please don't
I don't think we
hit
can.
your.
I don't think we can get in trouble if someone decides to use Rhino Liner on their minis. That's on them, all right.
Just don't put Rhino Liner on your nice expensive mini, or even if it is 3D print, even if it wasn't like expensive.
You
to
do
print.
what you like. Live.
Well, can't stop you. All right, I have done my sculpting because apparently one of my minis was defective and was missing a hand. So
Are they 3D prints?
yeah,
Yeah, the risk you run into sometime with prints, unfortunately. Actually, kind of, it's hard to see. I don't know if you guys can see it very well on the camera, but I kind of like how this looks with the brown over it. I see why it's a good base for rust. Anyway, what were we saying? We were talking about how good of an idea it would be to use Rhino Liner on your expensive minis.
for legal reasons, this is still a joke. Don't listen to Brenden. He is full of shit. Yeah, it's past 15 minutes. I can say that.
Yes, this is a... Well, this is a Def Dread, but these are all GW plastic, as far as I am aware. I did get one of these Def Dreads gifted to me, but it does not feel like resin. So, actually, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, it wasn't prime when he gave it to me, so it's definitely plastic underneath there. But yeah, these are official GW ones. Just because my collector prefers those where possible. I'm a bit of a collector at heart. See, that's what I'm saying, Frankie. Like, imagine the textures you could get. Imagine Rhino Liner in the back of a battle wagon. I mean, come on. It's just cool. Oh, so Scott, one thing I was actually debating with these, which I don't get paint on the camera. I was thinking, because my little homebrew lore is that this is like an orc faction. They're like just really starting to enter their kind of mechanical phase. But they're looting like a previous orc invasion that was defeated. So I'm debating putting like colors from other clans like in bits and pieces on it to make it look like they just recovered it from them instead of actually building it themselves.
Okay, I dig it.
I think it would be quite funny. And something I can do after I get the rust done the way I want. You don't have to do it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you can spray paint the back of a rhino, or yeah, wouldn't even worry about dropping it. It would honestly, I'd be more concerned for the floor at that point.
You know what? Maybe that's the solution to brittle resin miniatures, actually.
Rhino liner.
Rhino liner.
You know the whole like high details and everything that one gets, and that is an inherent boon of using resin. Yeah, we're just gonna fill all that in with Rhino liner. You don't need details. That's stupid.
What was the I don't remember who did it. It was a YouTuber. But he did like 100 layers of paint on a Space Marine.
Oh yeah, the one that did all like 100 layers of wash.
Mm-hmm.
It just turned super goopy.
I think I saw one. It's like 100 layers of glaze, and it looked exactly the way you think it does. But just do that, but it's Rhino liner. It's just one layer of Rhino liner. I am now very sickly curious how thick that goes on. Because you can just buy it in a can, right? You don't even need to go to a shop to get it.
They got rattle can like home kits.
Yeah. Gotta have an idea. A brilliant, cunning idea. More cunning than a fox that just graduated with honors from Oxford in cunning.
Is it more or less cunning than Mork?
Sorry, I took a bite of my pizza. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Is it better to be brutally cunning or cunningly brutal?
The world may never know. Especially not me, because I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Everyone, torture this man.
It's okay, I think Perky left. It's fine. We're safe. He says, knowing Perky will be back. Yeah, while we wait for Scott, what's everyone working on tonight? Love to hear what you guys got going on. Well, I desperately tried to get these orcs done before Friday. Was gonna keep painting. I think I had seen people do stuff similar on model tanks to do it to make it to give it like a welded look from what I remember. Really popular with World War II tanks. I've been watching a lot more like hobby stuff outside Warhammer just to check out. I knew it. Herky is still here. Why? I've been watching more hobby stuff outside of Warhammer just to see how see how they do things. Let's see kind of like what lessons we could potentially like take from them. Particularly in Gunpla, but it's also because I've been working on a lot of Gunpla. Alright, let's see. We got her. Wanted Fire is finishing up on some last Assault Intercessors weapons. And then touch them up for taking some pics. Would love to see them in the Discord. Don't forget, join our Discord. Link is down in the description below. Or you can put !Discord in the chat. And our bot should send you the link. But yes. Funnily enough, it looks like Perky is actually starting Assault Intercessors. That's a fun little thing. Frankie Fish is trying to get motivation to start painting. If you were to paint, what would you paint? Would love to hear what you is thinking. I try not to stab myself. Orcs are almost as bad as Chaos Space Marines when it comes to pointy bits. In some ways, I'd actually say worse, because Chaos Space Marines, their spikes tend to be kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not exaggerated, but stylized. These are not. That is just a tusk, and it is very pointy, and I will stab myself multiple times. What did Scott just do? Excuse me, hold on. Scott said something, so I'm not sure what he's talking about. He's showing off the fact that we hit 500. Woo! That over there. Okay. Chat got weird. Give me a second, guys. Bring that back up and okay. Guess I'll do this the old-fashioned way. And I apologize for my dogs. They are corgis and would very much. They like to let me know when things aren't going the way they would. Let's see here. Frankie the Fish says they're currently working through Space Marine Company Heroes. I really need to pick up that box, if for nothing else than for like bits, because it looks like it's got some really cool bits in it. And I feel kind of bad because I feel like Company Heroes just hasn't been good for most of the edition, for like almost the entire edition. I don't know if it's ever been good, which is kind of unfortunate because they're really cool looking models. And I would genuinely love to... I need to pick some up. I need to, just for kit bashing and all that. I guess I wonder... Based on the models I have, I think I could run it. Because I have a company champion, because I bought the... what's it called? They did the... At the end of 9th, I think, they did one that was like an event exclusive. And they made it made to order. So I picked one up at that point. So I have him.
What's you picking up?
We're talking about the company commander box for Space Marines.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, carry on.
Yeah. I want to pick it up at some point. I think I have all the minis in it, technically. I have the company champion. I have multiple ancients. I've got... I know one of them can have a heavy bolter, which I think I have with the Stern Guard vets I got from the Leviathan box. Sounds right. Scott, I may need your help on the chat. I can't get it to pull up quite right on my phone.
Oh. Okay.
It's all like squished. Actually, I might close it and see if that fixes it. Nope, that didn't fix it. My phone's just being weird right now. If I do that, and then I don't. Oh. Nope. Come on. We're almost there. We can do this, chat.
Oh, so
yeah.
Tim does make a good suggestion of using scale models to practice on, because they are a bit more cost effective, especially because like a lot of them, especially if you can get like a model of something older that they don't need to pay the company that designed the thing. You can get it for fairly cheap.
I will say, entry grade Gunpla can be a good spot for that. It's like $10 and less for a full like Gundam model.
Oh yeah, I never think about like the fact that you can actually paint the Gundams.
Yeah,
they're all pre-colored.
It's kind of interesting because that's what I was taught. That's what kind of led us down that rabbit hole a bit. I was talking about like watching other like non 40K modelers, both like historical and Gunpla, just because I'm getting into that. And it's kind of funny because like for our hobby, painting is just like one of the 3 core aspects of the hobby, right? Like that's something that unless you want to pay someone, you really can't avoid. It's just part of the hobby. But in Gunpla, it's just like an extra thing people can do. And a lot of like people that do like crazy conversion stuff, they do it. But it's not nearly as ubiquitous as it is for us.
That's fair. Let's see. Frankie the Fish is working on Space Marine Company Heroes. Oh, okay. And then, are you? What was the last one that you answered? So I'm not double answering people right now.
Frankie, Space Marine Company Heroes. I didn't see Cody, Nurs, or the other ones after that.
So they have Cody has 2 games that they start with. Look them up on Board Game Geek. Satyr Aeropos. One game is only in Latin. It's called Satyr Aeropos.
Oh, I'm listening. Another one is the Faceless with magnets and stuff. Okay. Then Frankie the Fish says it's really good as a take and hold objective unit. That's fair. That's fair.
Neat.
Then Perky says they kind of want to do orcs for 11th, which I mean, I agree. I completely agree with you, Perky. You have no argument from me. Oh, I put those base layers on faster than I thought I would.
I will say both. talk in reference to Cody. Both those seem like they'd be really good places to learn how to paint too, just because you know they got the minis have enough details on them without being overwhelming. So it's nice, you know, nice and simple. You can like it has face and whatnot, and that's like enough details that you can get practice on that.
I like how this stream has turned partially into a Tell Scott new board game stream.
We're gonna need a new Colox after this.
A new what?
Colox.
What?
A Colox.
What?
The Colox. It's the IKEA. It's the IKEA shelf that everybody uses for board games because it has like the 1 foot by 1 foot cubbies.
Oh, I'm only familiar with Deltoth.
No, this is like a storage shelf, not a display thing.
Sounds practical and thus lame. I should have primed more of my orc stuff. I didn't. I clearly did not prime. I dry brushed this faster than I thought I would. I thought I'd get. It was under an hour. I thought I'd get a full hour out of just doing this base layer. Well, guys, we're going to split those ones aside, and we're going to put together a bunch of unbuilt ones real quick. We're gonna attack the pile of shame from all sides today. We're gonna hit the unpainted side. We're gonna hit the unbuilt side. You're getting a full spectrum hobby stream right now, all right? Full spectrum.
We're involved. It's already full spectrum.
Oh.
Oh.
Alright, so move that over there. Grab this here box. And put together 75% of a kill can. I'm gonna have to run to the kitchen real quick because speaking of Gunpla, my snippers are out there because I was putting together that Easy 8 you gave me.
Oh. Alright, let me know if Dinah's out there.
What?
I wouldn't worry about it.
I don't get the joke, Scott.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah.
Oh.
Someone's in the kitchen, I know.
I didn't know that was the name.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah.
Aren't you guys glad Scott is here?
Like I said, full spectrum.
Word association just immediately.
That's more of like, because I think that's like considered, what's the, like a folk song from the era of Steam and Rail?
Isn't that just, I think that's just a folk song.
Well, I mean, they can be from different times.
I mean, yeah, but I think they're all
As
still...
wonderful as trains are, they did not make folk music. Little known fact.
I think it's fair. Let's see, you get a few different things. If you want to see how to make interesting stuff out of plastic, watch the Gunpla guys customize stuff, face panels. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Gunpla stuff, they're doing like very interesting things with their models because they're obviously focused even more on the hobby than we are, just because that's like the hobby for them instead of just like
Until
one
Gundam
element.
Assemble comes out.
Still Gundam Assemble comes out, but Perky's a lot of custom work stuff. That doesn't surprise me in the least bit, based on literally everything I know about you, Perky. And then Cody says,
yeah. So to answer Cody's first question, when they go to their local gaming store, what paint line should they get? So, a good one is.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, a good one is the is Warhammer's collection. The other thing is that they are consistently everywhere. Honestly, that is who I use. Hashtag not sponsored. What's another good one? Another good one that I like is Vallejo. Vallejo's always reliable. Pro Acryl is really good, but also it's a little expensive.
Do
I
what?
don't know if they have sets either. I know both Games Workshop and Vallejo have sets that you can get, which are pretty nice. I think Vallejo also has some, like, if you already have minis, if you already have minis, they have good sets where, like, here's just a set of paints that are similar to each other and can be used for things. And that's Vallejo that has that. And yeah, Tim is right. You don't need a paint. You don't need a little holder. Honestly, you can get some like double-sided tape, or what a lot of people use is they get like blue tack, like the stuff that you use to put up posters when you don't want to put a hole in the wall. You just like put that on a cork or something.
You can also use the cap from a primer can. I had one out here. I must have finally thrown it away. Better ended up in a corner that I can't see it. But you can use that too. Put some blue tack on it. I will say I do.
Anything that's like has a flat surface that is kind of comfortable to hold in your hand.
Yeah. I've even seen people use just wood blocks that were cut to fit the size of their hand. So you really can do kind of whatever you want. I will say, as far as like good starter sets, the Army Painter I think has some pretty good ones. They also sell like themed ones.
We've given them like 3 different ones. Do you have one that you
Oh.
recommend, just so we can give a straight answer?
I mean, the Army Painter one I started was literally like a D&D one that came with a mini. That I enjoyed it. That's the best I can really say.
That one's probably overkill. Hold on, I'm doing some research.
Okay. But I mean, as far as like budget ones go, or like decent but cheap, Army Painter is probably a good start. Vallejo's really good, but I feel like you kind of have to know what you're looking for a little bit. And Citadel's good, just a bit pricey for what it is.
How much is this thing? Doesn't say how much the price on this is.
And my brother got in a wreck.
Everything okay?
Apparently not a serious one. He's texting, so like he's probably fine. He sent a text to like our group chat. They've been like saying stuff. I haven't been paying attention, but he just sent one that was like complaining about another driver. So I'm curious if he got sideswiped or something. Also, welcome. I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna call you Bo. You're Bo now. Welcome, Bo. Hello, good sir.
But going back, Vallejo is a good like entry-level set for $60. Usually a set will be like a good entry-level set will be about $60, I think, where it has like everything that you need without going too over the top.
That's true. A lot of the sets they sell tend to be like, hey, this is an entire line of paint. You don't really need an entire line of paint.
Yes, but usually they'll be advertised as like an introductory set or
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, there's a couple good options for there. And then let's see. Off topic, there Cody's a band teacher. Very cool. 17
Very
years
nice.
middle and high, and now elementary music. I've not seen that. So I will say my little brother is actually a jazz musician. He does it full time for his career in New York City. So he might know that better than I do. Angine Deep Nutrine. Hold on.
And there's a decent chance my wife does too. She was an absolute band person in high school. What? What does something have to be that you go, what the hell? This is Scott we're talking about here.
Go Google it and look what happens.
I don't know if I want to. This is a situation where like it does a little animation thing.
Yeah.
Oh. Give me a second. Let me glue this last piece on. Ooh, this is very strong fumes tonight.
Yeah, I am unfamiliar with them, but that looks worth checking out.
Is this some... Is this hipstery, Scott? Is this one of your things?
Probably.
Scott's over here like, I'm surprised I haven't heard about it.
There's no antlers, but...
Angine de Nutrine. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely French. That is aggressively French. Yep. Okay, they're Quebecois. They're from Quebec.
What'd you say?
They're French Canadian.
Oh,
Quebecois.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it fully right. I know there was one girl in my high school who was from Quebec. I don't think they let her take French, specifically because it'd be too easy. But
That's probably be cheating a little bit.
I know there was one guy who was in our French class because he was Hispanic in origin, which was not at all unusual for my school. And when he sat down to sign up for his classes before the school year started, he told them in Spanish he wanted to take the Spanish class in perfect flawless Spanish, and they were like, "Yeah, no, you're taking French."
I know guest producer Joe. A lot of people in his school took Spanish because he's from California, and they did not stop them.
Well, you gotta know your limits. Cody, are you from Quebec? Is that why you know them?
Well, they said they're from.
Did they say where they're from? I guess they did ask about. They asked about Alabama at one point, didn't they?
Gulf Shore, Timberdale.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll go check that out after this. Currently, I'm going through Rolling Stones magazine's top 500 greatest albums of all time at work. But sometimes I need to lock in and can't really have things with lyrics because it's too distracting. So yeah, I'll have to enjoy. I'll go check them out. Thank you.
Definitely seems like something that would be up your alley, visually speaking.
Sometimes
at
I
least.
Sometimes I just want/need to vibe.
Tough affair. Tough affair. Perky says, "Don't send your kids to music camp. It's full of sax and violins."
Oh my god, I have a story.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So, a little topical. My little brother, like I said, he went to jazz camp, or he was into jazz. So when growing up, he got into jazz camp during the summer.
Out of everything I know about your brother, unsurprising.
There's like two different jazz camps that he applied for, right? There was this really auspicious one, and then there was one that not as auspicious, still good. He got into the latter of the two. He found out last week that the biggest donor for the nice one
Oh no.
was Jeffrey Epstein.
I knew that's where that was going.
Oh. Apparently he had his own cabin and everything. It's like, oh no.
Oh, your brother could have been in trouble.
Yeah. Instead, he was Barry.
What?
He said he could have been in trouble. He said he was Barry. He plays the Barry sax.
Oh. Despite my wife being a huge music nerd, I really don't know music very well.
I get it by proxy from him, but definitely he's like, we talked about it last stream too, where he's like so into it that, something will happen in music and like a song, he'll start laughing and be like, man, did you catch that? It's like, nope, I did not. I wish I could. I want you to explain it to me, but nope, moving on to the next thing.
ADHD brain says no. Yeah, I think I bounced off it hard in school to the point that after, I guess in high school I technically took like 2 music classes because I had to take music appreciation. I think I took drumline just because I needed the half credit or whatever. But in hindsight, I struggle a bit with languages, or like with foreign languages. And I think that was probably part of why I bounced off music, because I effectively did have to learn like how to read it, and my brain was just like, no, we're not doing that today.
Yep, that's fair. It is effectively a language. I mean, it is the foundational languages too. It's just tones and sounds. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sense.
music is just vibrations set in a way we like. That is all.
And that's your deep thoughts with Neuro-Heretical Wargaming.
Language is just vibrations set in a way we need it. I will say, now that I am older, and I find language interesting because it is literally my degree, or part of my degree, I should say. I will say, that's not going to fit in there right. That it is interesting to see how language and music interact, because like the cadence of a language can very much affect like how you create music, and that's really interesting to see.
Like all the Scandinavians, just their language is set up for heavy metal, I guess.
I think it's the fact they don't get sunlight for a good chunk of the year.
Nah.
All right. Bo says they do have some Hispanic kids that failed Spanish 100 in their high school. And that's fair. If you learn like a language just from hearing it, you don't learn how to like read or write it. Like that's something you have to be taught extra. And that's true of even like a first language. Like obviously English is a class literally from first grade to college. Like, and those programs are most often built around people that learn English from childhood, and that's their first language. That you still have to learn how to spell it. You still have to learn how to do every other part. As you can, in
Also, it
fact.
could be one of those things where like you're so far into it at that point, like some of the things that they use to teach people that is not their native tongue can like kind of bounce off and be weird.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the same thing with... Well, I mean, that's what... I mean, kind of like what Tristan says, where people in his class, or like, in school, failed English. Like, there is a difference between a language as it is spoken and as it is written. Especially these days, because it used to be languages weren't really formalized. And you could have such little regional variants.
And then the printing press.
Part of it. More specifically, dictionaries, but yeah. I mean, French has like what, an academy? That's their sole job is to quote unquote protect the language. Sorry, I should be building over here, not under the pup cam. I apologize, everyone.
How could you?
Well, first of all, I was talking to you and you distracted me.
Well, you're welcome.
I said that to my wife on the way home yesterday, on Friday. And she's like, fine, I won't talk. And I was like, fine, I won't talk either. And you'll break before I do. And we ended up having disagreements on who broke first.
Close that tab.
She says, I broke first, but I don't remember what she's talking about. I say she broke first because she texted me in the morning. I guess that's also the other thing, is there are a few different like subversions of English, but most of them aren't very big. Like you have British English and American English are the two big ones, and obviously you have like Canadian English, Australian, South African, and a bunch of little ones in various places. But as compared to like Spanish, where you have you have multiple types of Spanish in Spain. And then you have like Mexican Spanish, Latin American Spanish, Argentinian Spanish, different from Colombian Spanish. And so if you learn and like what type the teacher uses can throw you off. I know one year in my grade school, because we had Spanish basically every year. One year the Spanish teacher spoke Cuban Spanish, and it was different enough from what we had been learning that it was throwing off even the people that had like actually been picking it up. So it was odd. So that's one way that can also affect how you learn. Hey Scott,
Mm-hmm.
what do you call a world-renowned linguist?
Do tell, Brendan.
A figure of speech. Thank you, Perky. As soon as I drop
See.
this application, I want to make you pay for those, literally.
Well,
Nick,
also
what you
going
done?
back to Cody's last thing. It's like,
Oh,
wow, I didn't.
sorry.
I guess like in the modern day of streaming music, like when was the last time you? Well, yeah, when was the last time you listened to the radio?
Actually, pretty recently. Like, within the last, like, day, at least. Probably, maybe even today.
Okay,
Just 'cause.
That's fair.
Like I said, my wife listens to the radio sometimes, and we carpool to work. So,
Okay.
if that's what's
fair.
on, that's what's on.
It's fair.
But-
Usually, like, I have a playlist set and everything. Or I
Yeah.
have my Discovery playlist on. Like, I don't know the last time I've listened to just the radio.
Yeah, I mean, like, when I drive, I don't do it. I always use my phone, and I'll either do... Honestly, like, if I'm driving, and I'm, like, listening to music while I'm driving, I don't really do, like, a Discovery playlist or anything. I'll just put on, like, a playlist I made, or just, like, if I want to listen to a specific album or whatever, I'll just put that on. But, the most where I get, like, a weird mix is usually on YouTube. Because YouTube will, like, take what you've been listening to and make, like, playlists out of it for, like, music stuff specifically. And then with that, it'll mostly put on stuff you have, and it'll, like, throw in random stuff every once in a while. And so that's really kind of where I get most, I would say, of my music listening.
Yeah, because I mostly use Spotify, and that one's usually pretty good about giving you new things, but sometimes it just like puts you in a rut for a while. It's like, man, this playlist sucks. Also, for some reason, I don't know how this happened, but I do have. Yes, Teslas can get radio, for the record. I've never used it, but I can. I don't know how this happened. Well, one of my so Spotify has these like daily playlists, and there's 6 of them that it builds for you every day. For some reason, one of them is Cocoa Melon. And I don't know how that happened.
It's probably just purely based off your age.
Like somebody, because I think somebody was messing with me one day. I don't know if it was like one of you guys or like Joe or Val came over or something. I just like heard very quiet music, and somebody had turned on like Cocoa Melon on the speaker system, but it was like super quiet, so you couldn't really hear it.
That sounds like
What
Joe.
the hell?
That's
That
too
sounds
well
like
thought
Joe.
out to be any of us. He thought about that before he went. He went in that day knowing he was going to do that.
So yeah, is it still one of the? Oh, thank God, it's no longer in the top mixes. It was there for a while though. It was like Cocoa Melon and all the other associated like Kids Bop things.
We can change that.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
This isn't about you, Scott. This is about what we want, right, chat? This isn't about Scott. Let's not give Scott the satisfaction. What time is it? Oh, it's only 8:30. I thought it would be later.
It always throws me off because my boss has 2 little kids, right? And whenever like I carpool with them to somewhere, you just always hear like Kids Bop very quietly. We're like, oh hey, it's one of those, it's a popular song. Then it just sounds just slightly wrong, and it's too quiet for you to really notice until you're like really listening. And then boom, there you know, Sabrina Carpenter, but Kids Bop for some reason.
It is always fascinating when they do someone like Sabrina Carpenter. It's just like, They end up having to change so much that the only recognizable thing is like the tune. And they're like, "What? Why did we even try here, guys?" Like, truly, what did we gain?
Money.
I guess. And it is actually kind of impressive that they're still producing Kids Bop stuff, because that came about when we were literal children. That was
Not
like
even children at heart.
that was like early 2000s, I think. Sounds right. But the first one came out like 2002.
It survived better than now. That's what I call music.
Well, yeah, because you just call that Spotify.
Yeah, like very different each.
Okay, I need to see what my family's texting about. Okay, so it was my sister-in-law ran into something.
Oh. Did
Okay,
she win?
okay. I guess. It looks like this happened a while ago, because I guess they ordered a new headlight. They're replacing it, like, by the looks of things. That's probably why they started sending stuff. They bought a bumper on eBay, and it's being shipped from Korea.
Okay, you joke, but I did that a lot, actually. There's a reason I have 3 Jeeps in my parents' house.
You have what?
My second car I got off eBay.
Fascinating. Oh, shit! My phone just fell all the way down. I usually have it sitting on my paint thing, and like it shifted enough that it fit between that and the wall, and just went all the way down the floor. Yes, Perky does very much enjoy putting puns in the Discord. I believe mostly to punish me, but
That's fun-ish.
Scott, can you post in the announcements that we are live?
Oh. I guess I can.
I forgot about it. I mean, we're doing pretty good without it, but, you know, it's fair to let everyone know. Joke's on you, Perky. I already heard the nacho cheese one, because that's one of my mom's favorite jokes. I won't spill the Tamiya, maybe. No promises. Alright, I have spilled it before.
Alright, Cody does ask a question. What are 3 board game mechanics that I hate? Or that we hate? And what are 3 painting techniques and fads that we think are overrated? So I will say, I'm kind of agreeing with people where non-metallic metals, especially if it's like an actual game piece, non-metallic metals seem weird. Like, sure, it's a very good like show of skill. And maybe if it's like for a display piece or something that's not supposed to be used for board games or for an actual like play experience, okay, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit I'm not really a fan of non-metallic metal either. It's a very, I think it's also just like very style dependent, because it looks good in some styles but it doesn't look good in others. And it's very much a flex rather than necessary.
And as far as board game mechanics, the first one I can think of offhand is, I will say, I'm a big fan of a game called Zombicide.
No way.
Yeah, I know. Well, I haven't talked about it on chat. I know, like, you know, some people are aware of it, but...
Well, at least not recently.
Zombicide is a cooperative zombie survival game made by Cool Mini or Not. It is put out by them, who is a child company of Asmodee. So you pick one of different characters to play as, you get level ups, and you get experience, and you get more abilities and whatnot. The boards are completely 2D, however, all of the characters and zombies are minis. Alright, so Every turn, more and more zombies spawn. If you try to spawn, so the one mechanic in the game that I hate is if you try to spawn zombies and you do not have enough left of that mini, all zombies of that type instead get a free activation. Which feels such like a pay to win. It's like, well, you should have bought more minis. Sorry, bud. When it's like very easily, these could have just been cardboard tokens. Like, there's no reason that these need to be actual like three-dimensional minis. Yes, they look good. There's nothing you mechanically get out of them being three-dimensional minis.
Got myself. Cody would like to know which version you're talking about. I assume he's talking to you, not replying to like.
Yeah.
Perky.
So we mostly play modern second edition. There is a fantasy and a sci-fi one, which I do not own. So yeah, we mostly play the modern one.
Hilariously, you did. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you kind of funnily enough, you did get several of these in a very zombie-esque way.
Oh yeah.
If you think about it.
My game store got hit by a car, so I got a lot of them for pretty cheap because they were literally hit by a car. Sorry, I'm away from the keyboard right now. Do I want cookies?
Yes, these are delicious.
Oh,
Which is unfortunately why you shouldn't.
Some cookies real quick.
You are not difficult to talk into things, are you?
No.
Oh, okay, that explains a lot, actually.
But yeah, so I do really like Zombicide. We haven't had a board game night for that in a hot minute, actually.
Yeah, might be something we should do.
Is there any board game mechanics that you could think of, Brendan, that you are not a fan of?
I mean, not really. If I'm not like a huge board game guy most of the time.
Sad.
I mean, you see how I play board games. I'm not as bad as like Joe, but I'm there to have a good time. I don't have a plan.
Joe has a plan, and that's having Jeff or some other person crash out. Because Joe and I have played enough Zombicide that we know if we're going to win or not. I'm like, alright, let's add a little excitement to it. Next thing you know, I get eaten by a mummy, Jeff is having an aneurysm, and Joe is laughing to himself.
Didn't Jeff also straight up abandon us at one point, I thought?
Different game, but yes.
Yeah.
He was playing Winston Churchill, and he was like, nah, deuces.
He said, bye. He said, screw you guys, I'm going home. Oh, I guess
I think that's the mechanic that drives me the most nuts. I can't think of any other ones offhand.
I guess I could say I'm really not a. This isn't really like. I guess it is technically a mechanic, but it's also a style of board game. I'm not a fan of deck builders a lot of the time.
Okay.
Just because I'm not like a big TCG guy, and it's just like, okay, like I would like to just play the game instead of spending like 10 turns before we can actually start playing the game.
Well, you seem to like Annihilate Good in Wizard Battles.
I think I did enjoy that one. That one was a bit of the exception, but I also didn't care for the Mistborn one.
Yeah.
I was kind of waiting for that one to end. I'll freely admit. I'll be honest with you right now, Chief.
Bad.
But you had a good time, and that's what matters, Scott. All right. 3536. Yep.
I guess the other one, and I've heard these are fun. I just have not been able to like wrap my head around doing this. But legacy style board games where you like physically like rip cards or put stickers on things, like you permanently alter game pieces because it's a campaign style thing that changes over time. And just like, okay, I know like a campaign you're still getting like 10 games out of or something, like you're still getting your money's worth. However, it's still like just anathema to everything I just like believe. Like, oh, I want to take care of my things.
I do think it's an interesting concept. I've always been, I think my first like introduction to that wasn't like playing the actual game, but just like seeing it was I believe it was the Risk Legacy, which based on what I've heard, because like I said, while I'm not a huge fan of board games, I have watched some videos on them, and you could probably talk me into certain historicals, but I have heard that Risk Legacy is very easy to like either create a game that literally no one can win, or create a game where after about round 5, the same person is just going to win each time.
Yeah. I think Risk was like the first Legacy game.
That probably sounds
I wanna
right.
say. It was one of the earlier ones, that's for sure.
Risk,
I don't think
the developers of
Legacy
Risk are really...
format really. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think the developers of Risk are very open to trying new things with different versions of the game. They're pretty experimental from what I've seen.
Yeah. The one that really made it like pop off is Pandemic. Pandemic was like the legacy game that made the entire format. It's like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah. I've never actually, I don't think I've played Pandemic. I guess, well, I mean, haven't played the board game version.
Really?
But obviously, the video game version is pretty popular. Yeah.
You really haven't played Pandemic?
Yeah. I don't, Scott, most of the board games I have played in the last like 5 to 8, maybe 10 years have been with you.
I guess so. It's just like Pandemic's one of those pretty much like the modern Monopoly almost. Like this is like an entry-level board game that I'm trying to teach my parents a board game. This is the game I'm going to break out.
I don't know how to tell you this, Scott. Like literally, the only people I have played board games with are, somewhat ironically, you and a man who is literally about to be ordained a priest. The only people that only friends of mine I have played board games with regularly.
Huh.
Or like really at all.
Whenever we do board games, it's usually a board game night that has at least 8 people or so. So then it just turns into Zombicide because that's one of the few games I have that supports that many people.
So it's just really easy to set up and get going.
Yeah, and easy to play drunk.
Also true.
On oven, preheat.
What?
I'm preheating the oven.
Oh. Let's see.
So I apologize for not answering chat in a moment. I'm standing in front of an oven.
I'm literally trying to answer chat, and Scott is talking over me. Oh, actually, okay. So funny enough, even though I haven't played Pandemic, I have played Twilight Imperium.
Really?
I couldn't tell you which version it was. This was back in 20.
You have played a board game 18. That takes 12 hours to play.
Well, I don't think it was a version.
Not played Pandemic.
I don't think it was. You haven't seen Aliens. I don't want to hear anything out of you.
You make me sick.
The version we played, I don't think took 12 hours. I think it was probably close. It was long. It wasn't short, I can tell you that, but it wasn't quite that long. Cody says, our FLG hosts, you take a small mini home and you paint it for a monthly contest. I don't think anyone would cheat and have someone else paint that. Right? Is there any gossip on dark painting? I think he's saying dark painting underground. So actually, there was an incident a while ago. This was probably 6 months ago at least, I think now.
What are you about to say right now? Because I am not tracking.
No, there was a guy that put in minis for a painting contest that he had commissioned at like an event, like at like a tournament, and they were doing like painting. Yeah, he put in like once he had paid to have someone else paint, and so there was a big debate on like, can you do that? Because there wasn't any rule that says you couldn't. He technically broke no rules, but it was a decent little like
spirit of the rules though.
Yeah, that's what I argued. Like, if you're like, I mean, yeah, you can do it, doesn't mean you should. I don't remember if you won anything or not, so I'm not sure how bad it was, but it was a little kerfluffle. This was like 6, 7 months ago, maybe even a year ago. It was a while ago now. But generally speaking, no. People paint their own stuff. Usually kind of people that are confident enough to enter a painting competition are really confident in their own skills. Often deservedly so. I don't think I've ever seen anyone put anything that was like, are you just here to have fun? Which I mean, like, no shade if that's what you want to do.
You know what they say, girls just want to have fun.
I thought that was you, Scott. I thought you were girls.
Maybe. I don't know. I like having fun.
Would explain a lot, actually.
So here's the craziest thing. I am unfamiliar with Black Orchestra. Hold on. Or maybe I am familiar with it, but... Stand by. Oh, that seems fun. Okay, it's a intrigue game where you're trying to kill Hitler.
Oh!
Which is always a good goal.
Isn't there a popular game right now literally called Secret Hitler?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's made by the same people who make Cards Against Humanity, actually.
That tracks, actually.
Oh. Yeah, the complexity scale always seems a little hand wavy to me on Board Game Geek. I think it's all voted by people, right? The other part of it is that Board Game Geek also has a trend where more complex games will get rated higher than less complex games.
Berkey says
Even
painting.
if... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Berkey says painting is a shady business.
Well, I am the real Slim Shady.
Press X to doubt?
Oh, I see.
Apparently he's filming a movie in Oklahoma, by the way. Side note.
Huh.
Yeah. I saw a thing where it was saying, like, 2 or 3 other famous people were filming something there, like, this summer. I was like, huh. Alright. Anyway, you were saying, Scott?
Yeah, more complex games usually get a higher rating on Board Game Geek than less complex games, even if the games are equally fun. It's a weird trend.
I mean, I can see that. I can see that, like, the people that would care to rank, like, games as also probably the same people that tend to prefer the more complex games because they're going to be less casual.
Which is fair.
Yeah. It's valid.
Okay, second least favorite mechanic. I have the board game version of This War of Mine. This War of Mine is a very well done but incredibly sad video game about the siege of Sarajevo. And I don't know what I expected, because it's like has base building aspects and whatnot. It's like, oh, that's pretty neat. And then you have to go out and go gather supplies in the besieged city, and that's when the depression happens. It is a well-designed game.
All around me are familiar faces.
Yeah, it is a well-designed game. However, it is incredibly depressing. I think I did a board game night with Joe and another friend of ours, and we got through the first encounter. It's like, oh, all right, we're gonna go play something else now.
I don't want to play this game.
The first encounter was a pianist who got his arms blown off. Like, oh, okay. It is important because these are stories that actually happened. But still, it's like, oh, okay, maybe this wasn't what I wanted for my board game night.
I'm gonna guess you haven't seen the movie The Pianist.
No, I have not.
Maybe don't watch it in a sad mood. I'll just say that. I will say nothing else.
Okay, that is fair. That is fair.
I do have a board game called Throw Avocado. We actually have a few board games. We just haven't really played a lot of them. We have another one called Incognito.
Okay, solid. I like the name.
Honestly, don't.
Is that one of the oatmeal games?
I don't know, maybe. I'm not even sure we've ever played it. Yeah, Perky, I knew you'd like Sabaton. Of course you do.
A game that I would really like to play again sometime is Star Wars Imperial Assault. It's like a dungeon crawler game where one person plays as the Empire, and it's this campaign that you like level up over time with characters. Like a RPG light, but it's fun. And then the Empire player can has their own tech tree that they're developing. It's just a little weird for the Empire player because oh, are you trying to beat your opponents or are you trying to play more as like a DM and trying to make sure your players have a good experience? So I guess maybe that's another mechanic, is just putting you in an awkward situation where which I guess could be a problem with asymmetric games. Is my role as a DM here, or is my role to actually try to fight them?
I feel like with board games specifically that aren't just like RPG lights, because some are definitely designed to be hey, this is D&D but without all the prep work. I feel like those, it's generally okay to be antagonistic. So I think that's just part of the game.
Yeah, it's just it wasn't super clear with itself of
yeah.
Is it?
And that's right. Like I said, some games are very this is basically an RPG, but we're not running a campaign here.
Yeah. Yeah, they eventually came out with an app so that the Imperial player is automated, so everyone could just play. Because I always ended up being the villain because I knew all the rules.
This happens to you a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Also, it had a multiplayer version that was incredibly unbalanced. I went to Falleen, had a store tournament. I showed up, took their lunch money, won first place, and left.
Oh, you got to be the guys from Denver for once.
Yeah. That was the first time I ever played multiplayer for Imperial Assault.
Was it the only time you've ever played multiplayer for Imperial Assault?
Yes. Definitely better designed as an asymmetric game. But still, it's fun. I still like it. I have a bunch of the expansions.
Side note, Tristan, I might check that band out. I'm really looking for things that touch on similar topics to Sabaton, but maybe have a slightly different sound. Which isn't that hard to find in metal, but it's also hard to find ones that are good at it. Iron Maiden does it. Wouldn't call them amazing at it. So I will write that down so I can check them out at some point. Perky says they've actually played. They like Imperial Assault, so they have most of the expansions actually.
Yeah, like I said, it's fun. But if I wanted to try and rope you guys into a campaign for something, I want to do the Scythe campaign because they have a little narrative campaign thing that I really want to try out. Because Scythe is hands down my favorite board game. I love Scythe.
What?
My militia for Horus Heresy is based on Polania from Scythe.
Ooh, okay. Side note, hold on. Tristan said that Sabotage is the band that Trans-Siberian Orchestra grew out of. So that's actually one of the few bands I have actually seen live. And I love them. So I will absolutely positively check that out. Where's this other rocket? This is 3 parts, right? Where's my rocket? Twenty-one. You guys see a rocket anywhere on this sprue? Let me know. Because I don't.
I don't see the sprue. Oh, okay.
It takes a second. There's literally a delay. You know this. deadass do not see this stupid little rocket. Now there's one down here, but there should be another part of it. There's like 3 rockets. I can't find this third one. It's got a little loopy thing on it. It's curious if it's on one of these other sprues.
Not the loopy thing.
Every time I hear that, it just makes me think of a scene from Avatar.
Which one?
It's at like the very end. It's like, I think it's literally one of the last scenes, if not the last one. But like Sokka draws a picture of everyone.
Yeah, that Avatar, got it.
Yeah, that one. And they all just start criticizing it. At one point, Katara's like, "What's that supposed to be?" He's like, "That's your little hair loopies." And it apparently just lives in my head.
You know what's something that lives in my head rent-free that I've noticed recently that's like no one remembers?
What,
So,
Scott?
did you watch Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
A little bit, yes. It was not my favorite show, but I did watch it.
Did you meet the character Haas Delgado?
Yes, I quote Haas Delgado all the time.
Do you remember the quote? Clever, but stupid.
Not specifically, no.
Okay, see, nobody else
Found it.
does either. Like, I found the quote, but I was like, I was on a Teams chat with one of my coworkers. Something came up that reminded me of that quote. I was trying to find a screenshot of it, and like, I could not. I found it on our TV tropes, like as a quote, but like, not the same thing.
I like
That
TV
was lived
tropes.
on. It's lived on for a very long time.
It's just the way he says his name, Haas Delgado, has lived in my head. That's probably the only thing I can truly quote from that show. It really wasn't my style of show. I was much more a codename Kids Next Door kid.
That is fair. Oh, Clown Core is funny. I will say, Cody. I don't listen to that, but I have listened to it. It's weird. It's weird. A friend of mine was much more into it, and they would send me songs of it all the time. It's like, this is a thing. All right, this is an experience that I'm having right now.
If you guys hadn't noticed, Scott's a bit of a hipster. And he knows a guy for everything.
I am a man blessed with many friends and/or acquaintances.
Honestly, some
An
of the
eclectic bunch, if you will.
very wide-ranging number of friends and acquaintances. It's frankly impressive.
I know a guy.
Every time we like do something for the channel, real talk, he knows a guy.
I was like, oh, I know a guy. I know a guy. I'll go ask him.
At some point, I'm not entirely sure he isn't just making people up and then just doing extensive research, because we never actually met these people.
Well, that is fair. They are a bit around everywhere.
Scott is often the only point of contact for these people.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, John texted us. If you want to text him back real quick. He was asking about the stream, so. I forget just how few steps there are in this thing. It's like
It's
genuinely
definitely
like
an older
10.
kid.
It's an older kit, and there's just a lot of like multiple parts are put into one small part, or like added together as one step. So like all of the right arms are just one step, but it's only like 6 parts. Whoop. Ooh, where'd you go? You weren't small, so I'm not worried about losing you. I just don't feel like looking for you. Can I get you with my feet? Where is my flashlight? Ah! Damn. I keep forgetting I need to add new music to the little playlist.
forget that you have a playlist.
Yeah, this kind of goes in the background. A lot of time I forget to like set it to monitor, so I forget it that it's on. No one ever seems to complain. It's usually like quiet piano music and jazz and stuff. So
Little freeform jazz. Do.
I mean, it's pre-recorded, so by definition, it can't be.
Nobody asked you.
And if you too would like to see more discussions on jazz music, this is not the first time, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
One day featuring special guest star, a guy that actually knows what he's talking about.
Remember, always remember rule number 1: respect the pouch.
What?
What, you don't remember that one?
No, what is that from?
Respect the pouch. Respect it.
Nope.
Scott, we were
Blank.
we were children at the same time. You can't tell me you don't remember this.
I'm drawing a blank. I need context clues.
If I say it was a, hold on, give me a second. I got a few things I got clipped. If I say it was a commercial, would that help?
No.
It was a, what was the pouch drink? Capri Sun. It was a Capri Sun commercial where they would like stomp on the pouch or something and something bad would happen, and then it'd be like, respect the pouch, respect it. You really don't remember?
I do not remember that.
Oh, well. Well, it seems we have added another pun lover to our mist. Would you like to read this one, Scott?
Hold on. Stand by.
Did you leave the computer again?
No, I'm currently painting.
This guy, Chad, thinks he's got important things to do that aren't us.
Got a warband I need to have painted by next weekend.
Well, whose fault is that, Scott?
Working on it. Alright. How do you fix a broken tuba? Tuba glue. That's pretty good.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Mhm.
It took me a second.
As a
Sometimes
true music teacher. Important question. How do you keep two oboes in tune? Easy. You shoot one of them.
what?
I don't know. That was what my music teacher always told us. Like, how do you keep two oboes in tune with each other? You shoot one of them. You take one of them out of the equation.
Was your music teacher happen to be that one that held like a Nerf gun? Have you seen that video?
Yeah, I've seen that. It's just like somebody's off tune and just
She's
laser focuses, stone cold, look in the eye.
It's funny if you watch the full thing because you can see her like lean towards it. You can see her like pick it up and like slowly turn towards them. Which I feel like in the moment doesn't really help you do better.
Oh no.
Alright. Let's just give these some melee weapons. And I can actually put these on bases because I'm not doing their other arm until I have a better idea of what's actually going to be legal. The unfortunate part of an addition change. At least when one of the factions you're building is a whatchamacallit, a poster faction for the edition.
Good old whatchamacallit.
I like how that's an actual candy bar. It's pretty clever. I don't know if I've ever had one. I feel like I have. I feel like it's been a while. Right. Hey, babe. What's the difference between a band teacher and a pizza delivery driver?
Pizza delivery driver makes me.
Yeah, a pizza delivery driver can feed a family of 4.
Oof. Oof.
She didn't hesitate either. She was just like, yeah, they'd make more money. And there's Augie. Something is amiss and is very important that we know right now. Not a while from now. Not tomorrow. Right now.
Right meow.
Right now. You know what gets me every time about that scene, Scott?
What?
That's the actor's parents.
Is it?
Okay, it's not that one specifically. It's the one. I guess because there's 2. What, babe? You said homeless? She just sent me one. She said, what do you call a guitar player without a girlfriend? Homeless.
Oof.
No, anyway. It's not that. Okay, so it's not that scene. There's the meow scene, and there's a scene where Farva wants to do the meow stuff. And the Farva scene, that's Farva's, like, the actor's actual parents.
Oh.
That he, like, cusses out.
Hey, Mom and Dad, this is what I do now.
I mean, they had been, they were an improv group for a while, even before the movie, right?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure. It's like something lizard. Cody says, anytime anyone says right now, it reminds me of a Clear Pepsi ad. I don't think I'm actually quite old enough to remember Clear Pepsi. I think I remember it being a thing, but I don't remember like any advertisements or anything related to it.
Yeah, I remember that there was ads. I don't remember what the ads were like. All
So-
I know is that it was a big old flop.
Well, I think that was like a trend in the 90s for a little bit, I thought. I don't think
Trend
Clear Pepsi was
trend
the
of the
only
90s.
one.
Slash like early 2000s was, what if we had food but a weird color, like the green ketchup, green and purple ketchup.
To be fair, I think green ketchup was at least 50% the fault of Shrek. That's certainly why it
Maybe.
stuck around longer than instead of being just a really quick flash in the pan. I know that.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember the ads for it tied to Shrek very specifically.
I remember when I was a wee lad, I had my mom get it for us,
Yeah.
and then I just never ate it. Like the first time I put it on like a hot dog or something, I was like, wow, this is real gross.
This
looks real gross. Never ate it.
I ate it, but it definitely didn't taste like ketchup. I remember it. I think I remember specifically the I want to say it was the purple one where I was like, that doesn't taste like ketchup. I like ketchup. That doesn't taste like ketchup.
Remember there's this one thing that they sold at our supermarket. It was called, I want to say either belly washers or tummy washers, right? And it had like a little, it was like a regular bottle, but then on the top was like a molded like character or something. Like the first one we got was like a dinosaur head.
Okay.
And we thought that it was like a body wash situation. So here I was, young me, trying to use this thing, and it's like, this is weird that it has this cap. So I was using it, then I noticed, like, oh, this has nutritional facts. This is not a body wash. This is, in fact, a beverage.
Did you ever have those, you remember the tear-free shampoos they used to make? I think it was in like a fish bottle.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that? Why was that just for kids? Why is that not just a thing?
Because adults deserve their tears.
I have other reasons to cry in the shower. I don't need my shampoo to do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Also, why do all the non-mint toothpaste have to be for kids? All right. That's where I'm taking my stand. Because I hate mint. I cannot stand mint. Literally, as a child, it used to make me gag. I couldn't breathe around mint.
Cigarettes.
Hmm?
Maybe. I don't know.
But is it too much to ask for an adult branded like strawberry toothpaste? Is that asking too much? Am I asking too much right now?
It is bold because you'd think that maybe this we should trust an adult with more, because a kid will eat that.
Right. Tim says, dumb Boy Scout joke. Why don't North Dakotans have Kool-Aid?
Why?
They can't figure out how to put 4 quarts of water in that small package.
Wait, hold on. What?
Okay.
Oh, got it.
Okay, yeah, I think I got it now. At first I didn't get it. I didn't read it until I thought I
It comes
was
in
getting
like
close.
the little twisty tub, right?
Yeah, I think that's a... Do you remember when the like individual packets of like flavored water became a thing where you could just like put it in your water bottle? Spikes on this damn thing.
I was hooked on that for a while.
We pick up some every once in a while. They're so convenient. Like, oh, that was such a game changer. Like, it just makes it so easy to have not just regular water.
Well, I usually like regular water, right? Except for some places, but
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I don't drink soda, so flavored waters are significant, or like water in general, significant chunk of my diet, or my fluid intake. Which is always good for me, because often, more often than not, I've always been fairly well hydrated, if nothing else.
he is one of those hydro homies.
A little bit.
But I will say, I have, in the past, like, 3 years, have become a fiend for sparkling waters.
I mean, you did kind of get me on Liquid Death,
It's good, man.
which has kind of reawakened a old Dr. Pepper addiction, so I'm not sure I should be thanking you for that, but it's significantly healthier to me, for me, than
Man,
Dr. Pepper ever was, so.
So I used to work, when I was in Virginia, we did overnight shifts, right? And I think I've told you this story before, but, you know, we're giving it for the rest of the class.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work overnight shifts, 12-hour shifts, and we would find different ways to, like, entertain ourselves. So we got, like, there was, like, 1 week where, like, every day we made a different tier list. Alright, I came into work, and I brought in a case of Liquid Deaths, like the lime flavored ones. I forget their exact name.
Yeah, the not
I
Mountain
brought in
Dew.
Yeah, no, it's not the Mountain Dew one. It's severed lime or something.
I thought that was the Mountain
It's just
Dew.
like it didn't taste like a soda. It just tasted like a little limey.
Hmm.
So one of the guys then proceeded to make a tier list of sparkling waters. And he put Liquid Death right on the bottom, right after I got the Liquid Death for everybody. It's like, really? No, I didn't have to bring this in.
You could have just said you didn't like it. You could just say it.
There's a lot. It's real convoluted for saying you don't like something. Disrespect.
The disrespect.
Good dude otherwise. I like this dude, but sometimes like, come on, man.
Read the room. Yes, Dr. Death is so good. I love it. Actually, it's kind of funny. Like, it's very clearly supposed to be like Dr. Pepper. Did you know, Scott, that Dr. Pepper is from Texas? Damn.
I think I did know that one actually.
Did you know it actually used to just be a regional soda? It's only been gone national relatively recently.
That I did not know.
Yeah, apparently when my mom moved to Oklahoma, she had never heard of it before. But it was really popular there because, you know, we're right next door to Texas. And apparently she used to call it Okie Coke at one point.
Alright, well, the more you know.
Yeah. Which makes it extra funny that John didn't realize that and didn't become addicted to Dr. Pepper until relatively recently.
Were you ready for all those Dr. Pepper points that we're going to be spending on our detachments?
Yeah. It's better than the other things we could call it.
Tough but fair. Moving on.
No. Let's discuss options here.
Nope, moving on. So, do you know what detachments you want to run this weekend?
I'm going to run Dread Mob, obviously. I don't really know what detachment I'm going to run as my secondary one.
Because I'm assuming that's a 2DP?
Yes. Which is probably really good, because it's almost easier to kill your own units than it is for your opponent to kill them. So. But yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't taken a huge look at the orc ones just yet. I mean, the app updates tomorrow. So we do have that. But Scott, if you want to take a look at them, feel free and let me know what you think.
Well, yeah, so you only have one Dr. Pepper point left.
Yep.
Warhammer Community.
To the war comes. Orks. Also reminds me, I need to figure out exactly how many points I'm working with, and then message Brooke tomorrow so I can get the rest of the army. I think if I get all of these killicans done, which I do just need to get one more done tomorrow, I'll only need something like, I think I have somewhere around 1,000 points, give or take. Oh wait, does it go the other way? Try. Yeah. What?
Alright, so let's see. The 3 1-point detachments are one that buffs battle wagons, kill rigs, and hunter rigs.
So that one's a no-go.
Okay.
I own none of those things. I don't know if Brooke does, but...
This one is more DACA. It gives all of your orcs infantry assault.
Okay.
And in your shooting phase, if it's the wall is active for your army, friendly orcs get sustained hits 1.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And that's just orc units, not just orc infantry?
Sorry, that's just orc infantry that gets the sustained hits 1.
Okay.
So that one's meant for buffing orc infantry if you have a bunch of those.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally is Tactical Brigade. That gives Storm Boys battle line.
Mm-hmm.
And that lets boys, commandos, and storm boys advance, fall back, and do actions.
Okay, so there'll probably be more DACA. Just because that should be relatively easy to get.
Probably.
I like how Cody's just been mostly hanging out, just dropping music suggestions the entire time. Side note, thanks for showing up. Glad to have you. We hobby stream every single Tuesday. We will be doing a terrain-focused hobby stream this Thursday. That's something we knew we're looking at doing, so maybe once a month for that, no promises. And then, of course, we play 40K every Sunday and some side games on Saturdays every once in a while. We're kind of reworking that currently. So, glad to see you. Hope to see you again.
I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, I think more DACA is probably the move. because then I can probably just borrow a bunch of orc infantry. And like I said, if I'm borrowing a bunch of stuff from, or if I'm able to buy that half from Bird, I can also use some of the stuff in that. Actually, it would technically buff my grots, which is kind of funny.
They are orc infantry.
Last I checked. All right.
And there is a strat to give ignores cover, which does mean a lot for orcs.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can all just be happy that AP1 is relevant again.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of all the AP1 weapons that I can have. Like, the biggest thing I've been thinking about are my custodes, because all their weapons are AP1.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's pretty good for basic, like, Marines. Because Marine Bolters, outside of tactical squads, assuming they stick around for more than the next 2 months, are all AP-1. So that's good for, like, intercessors. That's good for assault intercessors. Their bolt pistols are AP-1. I guess a lot of bolt pistols for Primaris Marines are AP-1, so that'll be nice. I guess all that being said, Scott, it is 9:30. I've more or less finished these killicans, so the way I want them currently. Very neat. I like them. So I am kind of at a stopping point. Or is that where you're kind of at right now?
Yeah, I think so. I can probably stop. I just finished doing the leather colors, so now is as good as time as any to stop.
Okay. Let me just do a couple things real quick. But yes, wanting fire. Well, if it's just a bolt pistol, it won't have AP probably. I mean, that could technically change in the codex, but really more what I mean is heavy bolt pistols, which is kind of the standard outside of a few weird areas for Space Marines. They have AP-1 currently. It will actually matter a lot more because cover is different. So, if that makes sense. Since cover is -1 to hit, not -1 to AP, or minus AP, whatever it worked out to. Plus, it's plus your save. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, because effectively that made, because cover was so prevalent in the last edition, that made AP1 effectively a nothing burger. Like, if you can somehow, like, get them out in the open, sure, but it was so easy to get cover that like, never happened. Or if you had a way to ignore cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Custodes are going to be a bit of a menace. So we'll see what their points look like, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's going to come down to tomorrow.
True. As is so often the case. Points matter a lot. Scott, would you like to go over what we've got coming up for the rest of the week?
Alrighty, so for the rest of the week, as Brenden said, we have a hobby stream on Thursday. That'll be hosted at the studio. We'll be working on terrain for Trench Crusade. So be sure to check that out. That is something a little new, so be sure to support it if that is content you want to see more of in the future. And then finally come for the 11th edition premiere this Sunday. Brenden versus Bird. Who will win? We all will win, except for maybe Brenden.
Probably not me, because I have 0 reps in orcs. And Bird knows how to play his Space Marines just fine. But yes, everything you have seen on the stream today will be in that game. I promise you that.
What we don't promise is whether or not it'll be painted.
That is debatable. We'll see what Saturday looks like. Like I said, it all depends if I get models from Bird or not. But that is what we have coming up soon. So let's go ahead and leave that up. Scott, any final words? Anything you would like to say? Any questions for anyone real quick? If you happen to have any, get them in now. Scott, anything you would like to say before we get out of here?
Well, thank you all for your continued support of this. We are now at 500 subscribers, which is pretty damn big. So go us. Thank you guys for your continued support. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and comment on this stream. Helps a lot more than you think it does. So, and of course, a lot of you guys have been with us for a while. So as we do reach out to more people, you continue to be the awesome people that you are to make sure everyone feels welcome here.
Yeah, you have all been great. We look forward, now that we are at 500 subscribers, to unlock some new stuff for us for YouTube. We look forward to seeing you guys with what's the word I'm looking for? Seeing you guys kind of in like super chats. We're looking at doing some membership stuff as well, so please keep your eyes out for that. We hope to have some cool stuff for you guys here pretty soon. Otherwise, Frankie, we'd love to see you there on Sunday as well. I know Perky's building orcs as well for 11th. All three of us, we will rub all three of our brain cells together, and maybe, just maybe, we can get points on the board this Sunday. Maybe. But, yes.
Still a mystery. Anything is possible.
I mean, it's orcs. It's going to be fun. Like I said, my intent is to kill more Killicans than Bird can. That is my plan. Beginning, middle, end. But, yes. Thank you guys so much for showing up for this. Happy Tuesdays are always fun. We get to interact with you guys a lot more than we do on our Sunday streams. This one in particular, as I've said before, was kind of my baby, so it's always awesome to see you guys supporting it. And I guess we'll see you guys hopefully on Thursday and then on Sunday, and then of course right here next week. So thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see y'all later. And I'm gonna do the awkward thing where I turn to the screen and we say bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye everyone. Bye. Bye. Oh, can't believe this is finally over. Oh no!